Is available till it. Happy New
Evening.
Year.
Happy New Year. Let's wait for 5 minutes, Prakash. We'll see.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's really true. Even today I thought to get some time, but since morning, just I'm trying to find it. I should at least save this time because I promised. So anyhow, managed. All my guests went by 6:30. No, no, no. That's I have told that means it's managed. But yeah, in normal case, we may ask them to stop means forcefully, but that I couldn't done.
So, Prakash, if let's say we have very less count, today, we can have a bit smaller session maybe. Okay.
And if Janvi will be okay or whoever will be available, one or two resources, we can just clarify any doubts they are available, and we can so postpone this session. What you see, because going through anyhow, yeah, as you see, Ankita, I can take it. I don't have any.
Yeah, let's wait for everyone to join. We'll see.
Hello everyone.
Hi Manju, how are you?
Hi, Manju. Happy New Year,
I'm
Manju.
fine, Prakash. How
Happy
are
New
you?
Year.
Happy New Year to everyone.
Hi Preeti, Happy New Year.
Yeah, hi Prakash. Happy New Year to you also.
Hi, Prashana. Happy New Year. Okay, so we have
No,
Good.
Prasanna is also there, right?
Yeah, he joined.
Hi, Prasanna. Happy New Year to you.
Hi Prakash. Hey all. Happy New Year to all.
Prakash, let's start, okay? Let's do for 1 hour, at least. How you guys suggest? I know, like more than 50% people are not there. So, Prasanna, Janvi, Preeti, Manju, what you suggest? How long should we do it for? Around 1.5 hours, and
If today's topic is overall going to be important, then I mean, I am okay if this is continued in the next class also, because again, that 1 hour we will have to continue for another class also. Is what I think.
okay.
Yeah.
So since it's New Year, we can start, but not for 3 hours. Maybe we can reduce to 1.5 hours. What you say,
Yeah,
sir?
1 hour should be fine because I think it will be difficult for other folks to catch up
Yeah.
with
So,
the recording
uh,
for 3 hours. So maybe 1 hour should be okay.
Okay, fine. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think taking care of all of your views, and even like you have already find out time to be present in this sessions. So what I will do, I will take a small session today, not a complete 3 hours. So surely for approximately 1 hour, it may take some time more or some time less, because what I have decided till that I will try to complete it. And if no one else joins, and means our attendance is less like right now, so we can, you can say that stop after that, right? So I think that would be fine. Also, I will open this session because all whoever already present, to ask all your doubts, queries, because that can be utilized for that purpose as well. As you wish. If you want in starting, that is also fine for me. If you want that first should I complete the session which I want to do, and then you want to ask the questions, that also fine for me. So what you want for?
Let's go ahead with the session later. Whoever will be having question may ask, or who will not be having question, they may drop off.
That's also
So
nice, Ankit.
yeah, let's do
Okay,
session first.
okay. So I will start with the session today now, and I will continue with the last session. So I will little repeat and then I will continue. So just sharing my screen. Let me know if you are able to see my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, it
Yes.
is visible.
Yeah. So just I will recap quickly. Uh, I will not waste more of time, so that a little bit recall that last time we were discussing about that integration scenario, right? So once we were discussing the integration scenarios, we have explained the what configuration we are doing cloud connector, and how we are adding sub account in our cloud connector. Then we are adding different type of on-premise systems, right? Means different type of using protocols. Same on-premise system you can use for the different protocols like HTTPS or RFC. Mostly we are using these two protocols, and also just for our most of the purpose RFC is being used mostly, right? Because normally what we are doing, we are writing the user, we are reading the user, so we are using SU01. So those things are being done via the RFC. So RFC is the most important protocol for normal our jobs, right? But yeah, HTTPS we are using for some different services, but yeah, these two are the frequent services. We are frequent, or you can say protocol that we used to have for, you can say that if you have to some utilize some OData services, then HTTPS is required. And if you have to do normal, you can say user synchronization, user writing, or those type, then RFC is required, right? So these are the things we have done till last class, right? So After that I have just left out. Reason was very clear that I do not want to go one day heavy configuration or heavy load of configuration, because sometimes you may get you can say confused that what we are doing. So that's why, see, because we have configured in cloud connector and it is totally new system to all of us, so we have kept little you can say light on last day, and little what we have left that we will try to complete it today. So that is the plan for the today. However, I had planned that I will start with the IPS as well today, so that means I can do, because IPS is just also doing the same thing. So that can be, but I will not start IPS today. So today I will complete remaining things in like that, remaining how you are doing, what you are doing in the web system, and then how you are creating complete connection, and then you are getting the data, right? Getting the data from the, we can say, target system to your IAG system. So that is a goal, so you can understand into integration, because last day just we have done a part of integration, not it completed, right? So that is a goal for today. If any doubt still you are having regarding this, I have explained like how type of integrations, right? Okay. So this we have done, and this we have explained everything. So last time, if you remember that we have created connections with RFC as well as for, you can say, HTTPS. HTTPS for ERP system was not successful because we didn't have the port. As I have told that we are not reading O data, at least for the doing this normal task for the our provisioning and all those things purpose. So that should be fine. And if our RFC connection is working, so later on I have tried to create, I think I have not created RFC connection in front of you. So later on I have tried to create a RFC connection, and RFC's connection is working, because in for RFC connection we just require what we require only for the, you can say, your URL, you can say server host name, or you can say your IP address and your instance number. That's we require only, right? So anyone can recall me that if we have created RFC connection last time, right, in front of you. As I remember that GRC RFC connection we have created in front of you, right?
Yes.
Do you guys remember or not?
Yes. Yes. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Yes.
Yeah, so RFC we have created. I think GRC RFC I have created in front of you, and I think this ERP I have created later. Just I was testing that if it is working for ERP system or not. So now we are able to create this system. So this is just you can say half of the part we have completed, right? Once you are able to do that, then you are adding that you can say resources. This resources, what we are trying to do that, which type of functions module we are trying to use, so that resources should be added here. And after doing that, next stage is coming to the what configuration you are doing to complete the connections. This is the first level of things. If you are going to add any on-premise system via SAP BTP platform, I'm not saying only about IAG. Just remember that if you are coming via any, you can say, SAP BTP platform application, you are trying to reach from S4 HANA Cloud, you are trying to reach from any other applications to your on-premise applications. So it will help you in all the configurations, right? So you have to first add, or you can first create a pipeline. That I'm trying to explain you that. Create a, you can say, pipeline in SCC, right? Means SAP Cloud Connector. And in that way you can create. Connections can be any type. It can be HTTPS, it can be RFC. So the time I was creating the connections, that was not the my goal. That one is how you can create the connection. That was my purpose. Now, which connections mostly we will use? That is RFC, right? So RFC is our main area where we are going to use for the GRC purpose mostly, right? So that's why we have to focus mostly on the RFC. And for RFC, normally we are adding these two function modules. One is RFC read table. That is the exact name. exact name means we can say that we are using only this RFC read table, that is a one you can say function module. So it is exact naming. So you will find the same function name in the backend system. Now SIG, for SIG case I am saying that it is a prefix. So what means prefix? So any application, actually this all function module are being developed only for the purpose of IAG, right? So that it is starting with SIAG. So all the function modules or functions starting with SIAG will you can say added as a resources for this if you have added SIAG as a prefix, right? So same way if you are going to do the adding the resources, if you want to add some more resources to your so that your cloud applications can reach out to those function module while trying to reach out from the, so what you are trying to achieve by this, in that way you are just allowing just limited functionalities to your outbound system. Means it is not like that some system coming and trying to access to your resources and it's coming and in SAP resources I can access all of your things. No, only you are allowing some functional module, or you can say in other terms resources, that can be you can say reached via your external system, in this case like that any cloud system, or you can say in this case our SAP BT platform or IAG applications, right? So they can't reach all the, assume that there are multiple functional modules which can do some other task, but you can't reach to them. First they need to be defined here, first they need to be added here. That is the importance of having the cloud connector in between your connection. Means you are not going directly to your on-premise system, so your data will be safe, and you are just allowing only few or restricted modules that can be utilized for only your purpose, right? You know that which functional module are can be used in GRC purpose, so that only you have to give. So that is the reason we are adding. So you don't have the direct access of on-premise system, but you having via the resources and SAP Cloud Connector coming in between your any cloud applications and any on-premise systems. Any doubt till it? So as a going to next step, what we are trying to do, once you have set up your, you can say that configuration in SAP Cloud Connector, then you have to do two tasks, right? One task in the target applications. Target applications can be any web systems, right? Or S4HANA systems or any system. It can be GRC system, CRM system, BW, means on-premise systems, right? Any on-premise system. Right now I'm talking only about SAP on-premise system, not any. So you have to go there, right? And you have to check that supports, and this is very important, that's why I've given as a prerequisites. So what is your prerequisites? You have to check that if your NetWeaver version is at this level or not, right? If you it is at 700, then support pack should be minimum 34. If it is 701, then support pack should be minimum SP19, and same way like that if you are going 750, so support pack should be minimum SP04, and this, then you should have the minimum support level, that because that is only supporting the ISA application. So if you have to utilize ISA application in you can say, and you have to do the provisioning in this any target applications, it doesn't matter at which level NetWeaver version you are having, but your support pack must be on the minimum required level. Even you can see that we are supporting 700, but support pack should be at the label that is required, right? So that is the minimum things, that is for normal you can say information purpose. But yeah, if you are going to work anywhere and if you're feeling that something not working, you must check that this support pack or NetWeaver version available or not, otherwise your integration will not be successful. Other than that, you have to create a RFC user. RFC user means, like, you know that for making any RFC connection, we require RFC user. Here we use to create system user. RFC user, nothing but like that. We are giving the general naming convention, but yeah, RFC user means that is helping your RFC communication. That's only I'm trying to tell you here. So for that purpose, here you know that there are 5 type of system users in ABAP systems. So you have to create, you can say that system user for that, right? 5 type of normal user, dialog user, service user, system communications, and you can say reference users. Out of those, you have to create one system user for your communication so that you can say any RFC can get access via that, or you can say system user, right? So this is the minimum access required. Somewhere people used to give SAP, means you can send SAP all access, that is fine. But this is the minimum access required. If you try to do provisioning, try to sync the user data, or try to, so these are the minimum access required, that you need to create a role, and that should be assigned to your user into the, you can say, target system. So that is the goal. Okay. So before going to destination, I will try to show you and create a user there. Okay.
Uh, Prakash, I have one question.
Yeah,
Um,
please.
so whenever we are creating an RFC connection, so what is the best, what you can say, the user type that we should select? Means out of service, system and communication. Because most of the time what I've seen is like people do use system type of ID for RFC. And communication is very least used whenever we create RFC connections. So when we are creating the user ID, RFC user ID for IIT, out of these three, which one will be the best option? Means,
Here we create system user. I have clearly mentioned that we are using system user, right? We are
mm-hmm.
naming here RFC, but we create system user, and that is supported and that is tested very well. So that we can see that only because we are supporting here system user only.
Okay.
Yeah. So you have to create a system user, and that I will also show.
Okay.
So you can see that. So before going to create a user, we have to create a role. I think all of us are from SAP Security. It's not a task that I have to show, but only since I have not created, this is your ERP system which I have just logged in. And just I was talking to you before starting the call, and I have to create a, sorry, this role is not available. You can, if you will try to find out that that does not exist. So I have to create a role at least to provide minimum authorization. So there is a one thing like that. Just save the, give some name. Okay. uh, Only one transaction is required. Surely if you are facing some things else, you can add it, but initially I will just add only one transactions. Okay, that is a minimum required access, and then whatever the values coming, you have to just go to authorizations, and then you have to go to these things. I know that I no need to guide you guys, you are already coming from the SAP security. So just for the thing, I will take few minutes time, and I will try to roll name. For all the, you can say, values, I will just give that a star. Okay. Yeah, like IAG being used for the provisioning purpose, right? Means IAG will go and create a user in target system. So that is the one reason. If you are not giving SC01, then means that is a way to create, right? Yeah, that is one. That's why only we are giving, and you can find that most of the access is related with that only, because we are going to get data from the. See, what is the normal job of IAG? Same way like you are doing the GRC, you are reading all the user and authorization data from the backend system, and you are writing user and making assignment. That is the main purpose, right? Yeah, and some, yeah. So that is the purpose. Yeah, those things are required. Okay, so yeah, that I will add, because that see, few things are already done just by doing SU01. Yeah, few things. It is not all what is required, but I don't recall all the things. But yeah, it is in data. Okay, so means, yeah, some this is just I'm trying to do because it fetched at least most of the authorizations object. Not most, you can say that simply I can tell you that you can see that, right? So these all things are given here. So mostly it is. Other than that, also there are few. Still, we will add those. Okay, like that you can recall if someone like SRFC and then establish. I will try to add this manually. Okay. Yeah. Establish ST code is already added by default, then S2 AX SGY.
No, yes, underscore tools. The previous one.
Tools, okay. Yeah, I think it is tools underscore EX, right? Yeah. And then few more, I think. GUI have added. Yes, this is already added. Auth, GRP, Pro, SAS, or out of these two, something I think not added. I will check. S develop, I will add. I think val is there or not, I will check. Yes, just go user val. This I think TCD, and
Yes,
then
underscore develop.
yeah, I think this all. I don't find any else. However, just assigning full authorization is not a good thing. So you can follow the things which is given here. Okay, but right now, just for the saving our time, I will try to assign full authorization. I have tested it for whatever authorization given, that is sufficient. So you can do, but right now I'm trying to just make it quick. So that's, yes, I've added all the, you can say authorization object. However, for few authorization object, they have given some specific values, but I have just given the star. So that is a purpose. I have to create one user as well. For naming purpose, I used to write this, but yeah, it's not a specific that I easy connect only you have to use. You can write any, you can create anything. Okay. Last, one data. I will create as a system user as this, and then one password. You have to keep this password because that will be used in your connection. Okay, so that's a job. It is done. Means this is you have to do in any target web system, and that is when it may be possible that you have some user by default in that system and reuse that. That's not a problem because this naming is not mandatory. You can use any name. Only condition is that user should be the system type. right? You should have user ID, password, and the minimum authorization just we have discussed. So that for the purpose as we have explained, user need to write, user need to read, user need to do all the means you can say this user need to do all the tasks related with the users and authorization, and that's purpose we require this minimum authorization. After doing that, I will show once before going into Cloud Connector as well. So this
Do
is
we
the
need
way.
to add any role to the user?
Okay, yeah, sure. I have not added, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, that is mandatory because if just creating is not going to work, right? Okay, jet. What name I have given? Better I can add directly from the role name. I will go user. I remember the username. Okay, just for checking purpose, I'm trying to do this is sign. So yeah. So this is the rule. Which rule you have created, you have to, because that is authorization, and that's why we have created. If we are not assigning, then it's not going to do our job, right? Okay. So once you have done, uh, nothing I have to do new in you can see Cloud Connector, but for the information purpose, I will show you advanced. Sometimes if you go for Cloud Connector, it will ask like that. So you have to proceed to uh, localhost. So you know that we have created this employee sub account. We have added this sub account, right? And then if you by default it is sub account, it open if you have opened last time. So that is a normal way. If you want to change your sub account, so if you assume that you are going to some different sub account, so it will open next time that. Since we are working with the employee and this is our sub account which is added, and remember that this one thing location ID. This is very important because there are multiple sub accounts. So which sub account you can say that our destination will come and try to identify, right? So this is very important. Even though you are giving Cloud Connector, so this Cloud Connector is added there, but once they are coming there, so which sub account they will use. So here sub account is given and this you have to utilize. Once you are there, you have to come to cloud and on-premises system. This is not working. We have already checked that our port number is not correct, but we have created a connection for both, right? One is you can see grc and erp. RFC https means for grc we have both type of things are which is working, and for you can see that this is https. For https connection is being for the o data mostly, and that's why we have added this function module, right? Or you can see url path for normally being used, function module is being used for normally are above things, right? If you want to using RFC connection, then you can say that I have added 3 GRC IAG, RFC read tables, SIAG. Just for your knowledge purpose, I'm trying to, because this we will use later. Right now, we are not going to use this, but I have added because later on it will be used. Because if you are going to use bridge connection, means even though it is a, you can say basic ABAP system, but in case of GRC, you are going to use some specific function module that will start with GRC and underscore IAG, right? So that's why it has been added. But yeah, normally if you are adding for any other ABAP system, so these two are sufficient: RFC read table and SIAG. GRC IAG, anyhow, you know that this functional module will not available in any S4HANA or normal ERP system, right? So this is only valid for the your GRC. Just for the being safe purpose, I have added this so that it should not create any problem for our any sync or anything, right? So that's why I have added it also for the grc system. It is not required for your erp system. So you can see that for your erp rfc I have not added grc iag connection, right? So that's not required here. So that's the resources we have added. So this is already completed. So whatever system, it you don't require means multiple cloud connector. However, for the, as I have told, productive purpose or some other purpose, you can take it. But normally, you have to have minimum one cloud connector. Via that you can add multiple ABAP system at one place, right? And it should be added like that, different type of connection, different type of protocols, right? And it's being utilized. Always use virtual host, something different from the your internal host, because it is just you can say a level of protections, right? So you're trying to protect via SAP cloud connector, so it is also a added level of protections, right? So just try to use some virtual host other than naming convention, actual name of your internal host that is you are using for the, you can say a normal server, right? Or you can say internal server. Otherwise, if you are using the same, so it can be, you can say, exposed to the external systems, and that is the reason they are saying that use always the virtual host. Okay, so that's the job. After that, uh, our job, next job, once you are able to means able to create the user, you have already created RFC connections, then you have to create a destinations. You have to create a destinations where in your BTP account. So this is the things. Once you have done, then you have to create the destinations. For destinations, you have to take care of few things. Okay, you require all these things. I have told that you have to remember that location ID, and that is very important. And then you have to utilize that this type should be RFC descriptions, on-premise proxy type should be on-premise, and then user ID password. That is the minimum things required. And then you can see a few things that I will explain later. Okay? So what we are doing. So you have to go to connectivity, destinations. In your sub account, I think whenever we are trying to do anything in BTP, remember that we are always doing in sub account, right? So you have to go to your sub account, you have to create on new destinations, and as means you can give naming something, whatever you are naming giving, like right now I'm trying to give ERP CLNT, and what is the client name? Yeah, sorry, ECC, sorry. Okay. This is a 100 client. Naming wise, fine, you can write anything. Only condition is that you should not use more than 10 character. Okay, otherwise it will create some problem in your sync and or thing, right? So always be careful when you are creating, giving the name like ERP CLNT. Till now we have utilized, and say that 7 letter, now 10 letters. So always use 10 and less than 10. That should be fine. Type should be RFC. For normal this type of connection we are using RFC connection. Okay, proxy type already selected, on premise. Descriptions you can give anything like that, ERP. Just I'm trying to write it. So yeah, that icon also. It's not required a capital and a small, just I have understanding given. User ID, I know that I is connect, and then password should whatever I have given there. Location ID I have given training. So this is the training. And as I have told that for this is the mandatory things which you are doing. So you can add it, save it. Okay. So once you will try to save, it will ask neither of the properties AS host or MS host or GN client is specified. You must specify at least one of them. Why it is asking, I will explain. You can't save without that. That is the minimum criteria required. So now I will go and explain these things, right? So these are the minimum things which you have to do. Okay. So JCO, see, once you have done this, so just doing this, it is not going to help. It is not going to just it, you are giving that means it is also name, not you giving any client. So how it will identify, how it will go to that, which system you are referring. It is just giving user ID password, right? So for that purpose, these are the mandatory things. So what are the mandatory things? AS host. It can be differ in two ways. People who are working in real productive environment, they all know that we are having two type of, right? One is massive server and one is application server. Right now we are using application server, so it is mandatory to use AS host, right? So you should give either AS host or MS host. Whatever I have done it, you can find this one you are trying to. So what is it asking? Either neither of the properties AS host or MS host or WS host. At least out of these three, minimum ones must be specified, not all, because not all are valid at one time. So you have to utilize any out of one out of these three, right? In our case, AS host is true, so we will use AS host. And then you have to use means destination required property. This your client is missing, so client. So these two things are mandatory. Without that you can't go ahead, right? So for that you have to, whatever properties you are not finding directly here, so that you have to add via you can see new property, right? And here you have to search it, like it is given client. Okay, so you know that what client name, right? So this type of property we will use, and for that you should either refer the document or you can say it is represent the client to be used in a web system. Valid format is 3-digit number. We all know that, right? So we are giving client number, so we are identifying language. If you want to give, see, you can give language as well, not mandatory. But if you are giving that, so it will use. If you are not giving, so it will use the default language. Oh, sorry. So it will use the default local language for you. But if you are giving specifically, so you can give, right? Now you have to give AS host. That is very important. And why I'm trying to see it. Okay, sorry. Once you are giving to AS host, so you password will be gone, right? So you have to give AS host. From where you can find that AS host? So you have to go to your cloud connector. Okay. So see, this is your virtual host and this is your name. And we are using this one, right? mpool IAG service. Just copy this at somewhere in Notepad. Virtual host is not completely. Virtual host is only this you have given the virtual host while creating the RFC connection. So use this one. Okay. And then it will ask for, means I'm just trying, you can go read the properties that I will explain also, but yeah, minimum property that is required, that's then you have to give the system number. System number is nothing but your instance number, right? So that you have, in this case it is 00, so you have to give that. And then you have to utilize language. This is happen that what exactly required. Anything is system number done. Pool capacity. This is like that. You are opening some session, right? So how many number of connections you can keep open, right? So that is a you have to, if you want to. It's not a mandatory properties. I have told that client. This document also I have mentioned everything which is mandatory, like that system number, AS host, and client. These three are the mandatory property. Means you have to give the system number, you have to give the AS host, you have to give the client. Language, pool capacity, peak limit. These are the not mandatory. There are multiple other property, those are not mandatory. But if you want to utilize, if you want to means filter, if you want to customize more your system, you can go through the properties of different properties and you can try to find out the differences and uses of those property, right? On high level, we are trying to explore few properties, like that pool capacity is nothing but how many number of, you can say, active connection, maximum number of ideal connections kept open via the destinations. That's if you want to keep that okay, these connections can be open, right, at one time. So that's the number normally it's asking. If you want to add, you can add it, right? Jet clients pool capacity 5, 10, whatever you want to write. 6, 7, whatever the number you can give it. And then you have to, if you want, that is, I think that should be the sufficient. Again, I have to give one's password as I have changing it. Okay, so I think these are the basic details and that is sufficient for your connections. So if everything is fine, then I feel that your connections should work fine and you can check your connections. And fortunately, you can find that ERP connection to this is successful, right? Means now you are able to reach. So you can see that simply your connection is successful, right? So this is the one step after once you have done, right? So you have created the destinations, but that is not the last. One more step left in your connections, right? That's I will try to then connection will be completed and I will show you. So now you have created the destination, you have created the you can say connection in SCC and you have created. So everything is fine, even your connection is showing fine, but still IAG doesn't know your applications. Everything you are doing in the BTP SAP Cloud Connector and everything, right? So now you have to inform the IEG, right, that we have created this connection, and that's connection you have to utilize. Okay, so you can find that the systems, right, in admin system is there. Come to systems. There is a add button. You will find always a add button. So add it. Click on add button. Now first you have to go system type. Which type of system you are going to add, right? It is very important. It is very important. I'm trying to explain you. If you will change, lot of things will be changed, right? So it will ask you are going to add a connection like SAP ERP. Okay, so add it, then it will ask HCP destination. Just for your knowledge purpose, I will tell you that HCP is nothing but HANA Cloud Platform Destination. You can ask me that we have created in BTP, but whoever working with the BTP with the history, they know very well. Once first time this platform have been launched, so the name given to them is HANA Cloud Platform. Later on, it changed to that SAP Cloud Platform, and just 2 years back, it renamed again, and now it is called SAP Business Technology Platform. So, because name is coming since history and it's since long, that's why still it is writing HCP destinations. Okay, so HCP destination is nothing but your BTP destination. So, don't get confused with that. It is clearly saying that enter HCP destination. So, what is HCP destinations you have created? So, you have created this name, right? So this is important. Once you have given this name, so that is very important. And if you have given, see, if you have given more than 10, unfortunately, it will not read it. Okay. So that's why I've told that it is limitation is for 10 digit. Always try to keep 10 and less than 10. Here again, you can give some other name. Like if you want to give like that, I want to give like this. Sorry. ERP client 100. Assume that just I'm trying to give name like this. Okay. That's I can do. Okay. So ERP 100 client I'm trying to just descriptions can be anything. It's not mandatory what you have given there, but yeah, now you have to alias. If you want to give, you can give, otherwise it's not mandatory. So now it is now IES knows. So see, if IES is going to do anything with this system, this applications, right, then first it will go to check that destination is created or not. So it will check destinations. Destination will trigger to cloud connector and cloud connector. So that is a complete, you can say, chain, right? So now connection is completed. Means you are doing job in IAG, but your destination is being created in BTP. That is normal platform you, and that is even BTP is not directly integrating with the any on-premise system. So it's using in between SAP Cloud Connector, and that is the reason we have tried to explain everything. So now I think link is clear, right? Means you can understand that in IAG what you have created. So IAG is just you have given that, you can say, just a format, just a information only. All things is happening in BTP and SCC, SAP Cloud Connector, right? It is just having taking the destination name from your destination BTP destination and doing the all tasks. Any doubt, because connection is completed, but means you can ask later as well. Once you have created any connections, okay, so first and foremost job is to run a sync repository sync for that system. That is very much required if you're working with any even GRC system, right? So first job is to, I will go to there and show you that if you have any roles related with this system or not, because anyhow just now I've added, so you can't find it. But yeah, just for the your purpose, note down all the numbers as well. Right now you can find that system application type. No, I don't require application type, I require applications, and that is we have created application. You can find, because just okay, just we have only one application. Try to search it. No data found, try adjusting the search the filter. Okay, we don't have anything, but yeah, you can find this applications number here, right? Applications here. Okay. I just give me a minute, okay? Sorry. So that's I have done, and now system is added. Okay. So next job is to run a job. Okay. If everything is perfect, then our job should able to fetch the, you can say, data. Okay. So for that, what you have to go, you have to go job scheduler. You have to find your this repository sync. Okay, and then give the name, sir. Any name you can give. It's not like that. What name I'm giving, that is required. Any name you can give, and then select. This is always important. You must select the right type of the system, and then if once you will select, you will find that. So ERP, we are having two type of system, right? So just now we have added ERP 100, and I will schedule a job. Okay. So this job is scheduled. Now if you want to check this job, just go to job history list. It will take time, so I will not waste time for that, but I will just show the data right now just for the testing purpose. If you are having, I think number may have get changed late, but yeah, anyhow, if someone have seen few minutes back, number was 153, right? Anyone remember this? If not, unfortunately I was not noted that point of time. I wanted to let you know, but yeah, right now you can see that at least 1.5 k 8, after some time it will also get changed. Okay, but remember that 158, and then user is 160, so it will also get changed, right? So just wait for some time. Okay, and then first we will go to check that job history, just for the notice purpose I will try to show you. Okay, repository sync, you can find that still job is running. Okay, and you can find all the details once you will go there. Go here. Yeah. Okay, so see this past control pass on this row, number of rows 19k approximately, right? 20k retrieved from the backend with last change is this. Okay, and then operation batch, this is running, this job, all job are running. So this will still take time, I will tell you that. But yeah, now if you can go to the uh, this, you can already find the change, right? Every second and minutes it's getting changed. This is still same because you know that first it will read the repository, means you can say authorization data, and then it will read the use data. So it is at 160, it will change later. But as soon as just click on this, that number will change. And now I will try to search based on that ERP100. You can find, right, lot of rows all are coming, still coming, it will come. Okay, so at the end of the, you can say job, it should be approximately 35, means you can say 3.5k, right? 3.5k or no, I think 19k role is only in this system, so it will be more than 19 plus 2, 21k approximately, right? Should be roles and authorization here. Okay, and users, I don't know how many users are there, so that will be synced, whatever the user data, and that will be you can find it here. You can find here P001, sorry, 110, no matching found. I think here we can't search with the, okay, I think still user didn't came. Let me search if I can search with some or not. Let's just refresh the data. Okay, it will take some time without means any hesitation, because you can see it, users are still, accesses are still getting increased. But yeah, for 2 days, means I would not go more ahead. I have skipped my session till here. I think how many we are having today. Ankit, so what do you think? Hello.
Hello, am
Yeah,
I
Ankit.
audible?
Yeah, Ankit.
Okay, fine, no problem. I'm not sure what about like others. If you guys have, okay, we are planning not to continue with IPS today, as a lot of people are not available. So what's your suggestion? If you guys just help, we should just clear some doubts and we should go, or we should continue. We don't have any problem in continuing. So there are four people, I guess, not available. Prakash, later Didi and all everyone joined, so
I am
we
not
may continue.
available. Let's stop today, please. Let's continue so I can go through the ones I missed. I can catch up. You understand my position?
Yeah, Didi, can you explain again? I couldn't heard properly.
Okay. Now I'm seconding the motion that we should stop here and continue next time. You don't include me among the ones who are available because I'm not yet at par with everybody. I
Okay, no.
didn't start on time. So I need
Okay,
time to
understood.
go through.
Means I will not count like you are available today. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So just I will ask you guys if you what you wish, because see just now I have tried to complete the connection for the on-premise systems. Okay, so this is the right now means I have explained everything regarding the. So if you have any doubts, what I can do that we can try to clarify all those doubts, and then we can continue with the IPS in the news. You can say session. as you wish.
Yes, Prakash, we can continue in the next session.
Okay, thanks then. But yeah, means since all of you are present, so I have tried to keep this session short, but not you can say less informative. This is really means a very good things to integrate any on-premise system, and it will always get in your you can say IAG environment, because IAG is not like means still you are finding lot of applications that is in your on-premise systems, right? And these integrations are really very helpful. So you need to understand. So I am here. If you have any doubts related with this integrations, I will try to explain. I will try to uh, means revisit. So I am here. Please go ahead.
Prakash Prasanna here.
Yeah, hi
See on
Prasanna.
the access maintenance, it is showing some lock symbol. So it will show every time, or since the job is running, it is showing.
What is showing lock? Where?
In the access maintenance, okay, it is
Yeah.
showing some lock symbol, right?
Okay, this lock symbol.
Uh-huh.
Prasanna, really nice thing, but honestly, I never realized this thing. Okay.
Is it due to the job running it is showing, or?
uh, I think you are right, but I'm
Okay.
not confirmed, so I will not say anything without
Okay.
my
Okay.
confirmation, means without checking it again. Okay, but yeah, you have noticed a new thing for me. Yeah, I never observe if it is any job is running, then it is showing as a unlock. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I
Okay.
think it's a good thing to know.
Yeah, thank you.
Never, you can say observed or never taken care. I can say this thing, this signing convention. But as you can see that this is right now writing in this table, right? So
Yeah.
that can be the reason it is showing that this table is locked. I think
Mm-hmm.
no other things. If I will try to run
Maybe
another,
once the job is completed, we can check whether symbol is still
exactly.
showing
Yeah,
lock or
as
not.
you have told that, then I will check for you. But I feel that what you are saying that is right.
Okay. Thank you.
As I told that it will take time because it is a first time job. For from the next time it will just run the you can say delta, but first time it will take all the rows means even
So it's an initial
whatever
load, right? First time.
initial load. Yeah.
Okay.
So it will take all the rows. That's why it will take the time. It maybe take more than 1 hour because for GRC system I had run and I think it took more than 1 hour. So it is ERP system. It's even bigger than that system. So it may take more than that time. Okay. So anyhow, means once we will back next time or when you are visiting the system, you can find these things. How many data is here? But yeah, as per our understanding, or you can go and check that job history whenever you want to revisit. You want to go through any job. If you are getting any error, okay. So that's also like that. You can come here and you can try to find that. Means sometimes they will give the error details as well. Not always in cloud biggest challenge right now what I can see that if you will ask me what is the biggest challenge I am facing with IAG, that is the log. You will not find log for everything. Means you can see even though these things are available, but most of the things the error is giving like that, it is not giving lot of clue to you. How should I resolve it? What is the actual problem? So that is the biggest challenge you are facing with the you can see this type of applications. Surely they are trying to improve it, and in future they may get some more. You can see more clear cut of like right now ABAP systems are quite you can say matured system. So you are getting with the error with the dump you are able to get the view and you are able to get the even help from the you can say just on-site channels, right? Lot of blogs and lot of you can say answer queries are available, but that's not true with the IAG. You will not get different I means sometimes something is failing and you will not able to understand what is failing, just like I will show you because as we I'm discussing the log, so you can find that I just first time I run for reposting for which system reposting here. This is for which system? If you want to see everything can come here, right? So system like TRL, BTP, it is Cloud Foundry. So it is Cloud Foundry. Come here. I will just try to go. GRC repository. See, this is the first time when I had run GRC reposing. It is saying that system equal to this. That is details, and now it is coming to here. It's saying that was successfully triggered by job scheduler processing transferred to job control path from this job started. Number of systems read till here it is fine. Number of connector processed 1. AC business rules sync default values, default assignment for approver none. Right? AC business rule sync default values, default assignment approver none. Right? And then a number of business rule processed, job is finished. It is saying that everything is finished, but it happened, nothing happened. We haven't found anything after that. Okay. Then means we have checked that there was no change in the data. Had done, and then you can find this job completed, and we have lot of data, right? You can find that. Right? So these are the things, means you will not able to understand always with the logs that what is the exact error. Okay, now it is saying that error is zero. Okay, that is for I think my last years. You can, but what was the error last time, that was not clear. Okay, so that's a really challenge, and I can say you that that is the real challenge we are facing with the IAC. If we are going to that troubleshoot the issues, you will not find always the clear cut message that what should be the message, that it is okay, this message is coming, so this can be the issue, right? That is the right way of troubleshooting in our standard GRC system, but that type of clear cut message you will not find in IAC. Sometimes just error not completed, job finished with error, like that, message like that. Okay, so I have done from my side. Please, if you have any doubt, because this job will still run. You can see count is increasing every time when you are refreshing the page.
Prakash, can you just summarize once what we did today? Because there are some people who joined a bit late. Maybe it will be helpful for them if you can just connect the dots from yesterday's last session and today's session.
Yes, sure. I will take minutes and I will try to explain what I have done. So I will just start with my this page so that you can understand. And Ankit, you can also, I think they can already access this page, right? Or this PPT. Okay.
They will know it has not been uploaded to them, so it will be given to the end of the day, or by tomorrow
Oh,
morning
that's
they'll
fine.
have
Means
this
they can
PPT.
access once you will upload it, right?
Correct. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, that's fine. So I will just explain like that integration when we are thinking about the integration. So I have told one direct integration, but I will not focus more on that side because anyhow that direct integration is not going to be valid in future. So just right now I'm fixing means trying to focus on two type of integration scenarios. One is on-premise and one is cloud applications. So whatever on-premises applications, or mostly you can say SAP applications, you require SAP Cloud Connector. So I can say that one requires SAP Cloud Connector and another requires IPS, means Identity Provisioning Service, and that is cloud applications, right? So if you are going to integrate any cloud applications, it will require IPS. If you are going to integrate any on-premise solutions, it will require SAP Cloud Connector. So in any case, you require a, you can say, mid system in between your IAG and target system, right? So that is the thing. So once you are going to do, so what are the steps, right? So if via this session, or you can say last session, we have just trying to create integration between one on-premise system with our easy, right? So what are the steps for that? We have to first and foremost stop, and most important thing, that you have to install and set up your cloud connector into on premise. That was not part of our training session. Even I never done in my life, so I can't even teach you, because that is a totally, you can say, administrator task, and someone need to know knowledge of installation of SAP system and all those things. So that we can do only configurations even in Cloud Connector, right? So I have started with the adding sub account, because if you are having a first time using any Cloud Connector, so you have to add one sub account. So that is a one time task. So what we have done, we have added sub account in Cloud Connector, right? So that we have performed. And if you will just go to the system as well to just understanding purpose. So what I am trying to again explain you, what adding uh, sub account means, like that you are adding here. I will show you so that it will, when I'm revisiting, so you should be clear with everything. Okay, so if you are coming here, right, so you can find multiple sub accounts. So if you want to add new sub account, you can say other BTP accounts, so you can come and add here, right? So same way we have added our MPool IAG, and we have given one location ID, reason, whatever. So we have find some details. So those details required, if as you know that if you are going to click on add sub account, so what are the mandatory required? Okay, so we have find those details from our BTP sub account, and we have added this sub account. Once you have added this sub account, then next task, this is a one time task, means every time you have no need to do. But for if you have to add any web applications, for that you have to go into cloud to on premise, right? And for that you have to create normally two type of connections. For the you can say our, you can say safety purpose, or for you can say best utilization purpose. Normally either in some cases we are using the OData services, or in some cases we are using and most of the cases we are using the RFC connection. So we are trying to create both type of connection for all the uh, web application. So what we are trying to create here, we are creating to a web RFC and HTTP type of connections for the on-premise system. We had two systems, so we have created for both. Like one is ERP system, one is GRC system. Both are, even you have more than two system, 10 system, 100 system, you can come and add. Protocols should be HTTP and HTTPS and RFC. So that is required. So for every system you must create connection here, means every time you have no need to add sub account, but every time you have to come and create a connection here, right? So once it is done, so this is a you can say you have to perform for each and every system in the you can say on premise system. And till it we have completed in the last session. So what we have started from the today, after that once you have created this connection, then we require need to create a, you can say, destinations in our BTP cockpit. For that we require a user ID, system type of user and password, right? Because how you can access to your any target system, for that you require user ID and password, and that user have some basic authorizations. So I have shown this PPT have, once Ankit will share, you can see that thing, right? So if you will go to this PPT have each and everything regarding that. Okay, so here we have mentioned that what should be the minimum support pack. So what minimum support pack is required if you want to, you can say, utilize the services of the IEG. So that is, these are the minimum NetWeaver version and support packs are required. And then you have to create a RFC user. Once you are creating the RFC user, so what access, minimum access, you can give extra, not a problem, but minimum access is required. This I have mentioned. All of you are coming with a security background, you can create a role, or if you want that some of your role is already having this access, you can provide that role as well, not a problem. Okay, so this is the one job you have to do into your target system. Okay, so you have to create a user and assign this access via some rule. Once we have done, so today we have created that user in target system and then provide access. After that we came to that creating the new destinations, right? So destinations in our, you can say, BTP sub account. So we have been there, we have created sub account, means we have created a new destinations. For that, what the values we have given, right? User ID and password is the most important thing, and one name. These are the most important thing. After that, you have to give some more details, right? And that is related with, you can say, these are the basic details how you can reach out to some, you can say, target applications, right? So that is required. Here we are not using direct, you can say, uh, means direct host. So we are using that virtual host, right? Because we are going via SSC, so we are giving virtual host. System number is nothing but your application instance number which you are giving. And at the place of AS host, you are not giving direct AS host, but virtual host which you have given into your cloud connector, right? And then client is also very important, so you have to give the client. These three are mandatory field. Others are, you can say that, some uh, optional field that you may use or you may leave it. Okay, so that's why we have created a destinations in our BTP cockpit. After creating the destination, we have just tried to test it. When it was successful, then we have to go and last step in our configurations. We have created it or added it as a system in our, you can say that, ISG applications, right? So that our ISG applications should know it. So you have to go it, create add button, and then you have to give these details here. Most important thing is to select the system type. So system type, once you have selected, so under that system type, whatever the system you have created, that will be populated automatically, right? And then it will be populated, and you have to come and then create a system here. And after that, you have to, once you have added the system, then you have to go and run a sync job, right? So we have run the sync job, and that's all we have tried to do. It means, you can say, what wherever we have left on the last class. So after that, we have continue, and now we are able to connect one system end to end, and all the data is already coming to our system, right? So that is the purpose of this integration scenario. Same way, we will try to connect a bunch system via IPS, right? So I will try to explain everything about the IPS, or what are the use, how it is being used, what are the use cases for IPS in IAG, and then one system integration I will show with the IPS system as well. So that is a way I will try to show you how we are using two different type of integration scenario. Surely for every system you may have to small changes somewhere, some properties may need to change something, you may need to change some small thing, but for that you have to surely you have to go to the detailed documentation of the properties and all those things. But normal high level 99% of the cases, how we are trying to explain you, this works, right? So this works, and even in some cases, some exceptional cases, what which were already coming into my mind, I will try to explain it. But yeah, most of the times this is working fine. But yeah, if you are going mostly SCC side, there is no problem mostly. If you are going to on premise, because on premise connections are always working in the same way. But IPS connections is little different, because IPS again is a, you can say, huge topic, right? So IPS connection you have to little expertise on the some other area. But yeah, most of the things whatever I will explain in the next class, that will be work for you. So that's we have done today. Today we have completed, and after that we had run a sync job, and you can see that sync job is still running. Now you can find your number reached already 773. Okay, and with every refresh you can find that it is getting changed. Any doubt? No.
Prakash, what was the port for GRC? No, we tried that day, and the GRC
Prasanna,
port.
yeah, port. I think that is not used, but I today morning, today session I have explained that
Mm-hmm.
HTTPS mostly we are using for the OData services, and in our
Okay.
cases, HTTPS is a connection is not required. But I think I have shown both type of connections, right? HTTPS and you can say RFC connection, right?
No, no, not that one. We tried that day for connecting GRC, and we could not able to do that.
No, no,
Then,
GRC we were able to do. ERP, there was one more system, that is ERP,
okay,
right?
SSERP.
Yeah,
some port input was
e-
missing,
exactly. So as I have shown that, if
and that is done now.
port information is no, that is still not done. But you
Oh,
can see that
okay,
this is still not reachable, right?
okay,
But now we are able to do via RFC connection.
yeah,
HTTPS was not
that's
successful, but RFC is successful because we have the IP address as well as the instance number for that system, right? So RFC
mm-hmm.
connection is working fine. So,
Yeah,
but yeah, HTTPS, as I have told that HTTPS is not used in our normal case. Okay. But yeah, I have explained this connection. So both connection is required, but you have to normally for most of the our purpose, we are only using that RFC connection. And since
yeah,
RFC connection is working, so I don't have to find anything else. Okay.
okay. And one
And
more on
GRC,
the cloud connector.
One more means
One more on the cloud connector screen.
uh,
It is in this screen only. It is showing on-premise. Okay. What is the next option in the left-hand side? On-premise to cloud. On the left-hand side under EM pool IAG. Yeah.
exactly. So we are creating connection from on cloud to on premise, right?
Correct.
So our goal is to means we are trying to means our IAG is trying to reach out to means everything is being run from the cloud side, right? But if
Hmm.
assume that something is being run in your on-premise system means your on-premise system is trying to reach out to some cloud applications. In that case, this will be used, but that is not our utilization.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
Okay,
Okay.
we are our IAG is a cloud system, and we are trying to reach out to on-premise. So that's why we are using
Yeah.
cloud to on-premise system, right?
Yeah. Thank you.
And Prakash, here, when we going to be connect with the systems, no? So
Yeah,
here, like you did it like RFC connection is successfully established. So RFC, and when
yeah.
come to the GRC network system, so we can
Mm.
able to make it a GRC application is a HTTPS like configuration, and RFC also both you are established, right? So like
Yeah.
okay, it's the same thing. So if we configured HTTP in systems on a parameters on a ERP system, so that it is also got possible. It's not possible in ECC system.
Well, it should be possible, right?
Okay,
It's not like that I'm not worried that it is not working because I can work with the RFC. My job will be done with the RFC. That's
okay,
why I have not tried to find it out that it's correct or not. But only
okay.
thing I
Usually
want
will done. Usually it will done by RFC only. So not most of the cases done is a 90% cases is by RFC, and if it is comes as a Java system, it will comes to HTTP service. We need to configure, right?
exactly no. If you
And
want to utilize any OData service, any OData
okay,
service, then
okay.
you require HTTPS. But for IAG perspective, we are just trying to read user and authorization data and be used to write. For that, RFC connection is sufficient, right? So for
And
that, we don't require HTTPS. Understood?
okay, okay. And a
Yeah.
one more request, small request, like not only these PPTs. And last week you shown some so configuration step by step navigation things like SAP document. So it should be shared that it is a little helpful for us to grab more
You
knowledge.
mean I have shown some PDF file or something?
So yes, yes, PDF, some PDF, SAP
Okay, I will
PDF,
check. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think sometimes I may have shown some SAP standard documentation.
right? Yes,
So
yes,
I think a
standard.
standard documentation is available to everyone. But yeah, anyhow, I will just I can download it for you. Not a problem.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I can just. It is a
And
standard
coming
documentation.
And coming to this, BTP and so IAG certification, what is the certification codes? Also, please let us know so that it'll after this training we can able to make it go for try certification. We'll able to try it for certification as well.
Of unfortunately, till 8 they have not released any training for I mean, certification for IAG.
Oh, okay. Even
But
BTP
if
also.
any, uh, come again, please.
In BTP also.
No, BTP have this some certification, but
Oh, okay.
specific for IAG, I don't think they have any certification. But anyhow, as you have asked that, so once I will check with the SAP learning team. Okay.
Okay.
Normally, I used
Usually
to
we
have it.
have yes. Usually we have a GRs. GRs will be GR 200, 300 like that. GRs is 12 certification is there, no? So like PDFs, like your documentation will be there. No? So like any other things has been there or not in age.
No, means there's for all these systems. What is happening, Ravi? If you understand that, cloud applications are changing every day. If I will show you that just for the documentation purpose, okay. Just let me check if I have documentation. SAP help. Just in a minute, I'm logging, then I will again share my screen. Okay. Can you see my screen?
Not yet.
Okay. So yeah,
Yeah,
if you
Deepak,
can
yes.
see my screen, yeah, see, come here, see these things. You will understand. It is every, you can say, every 3 months, or you can say every quarter, they are releasing a new version, and a lot of things getting changed. So now they are not having same type of things which they used to have in, you can say, their on-premise version. Okay, on-premise they have releasing a book like that. Okay, GRC 300 for, and that is normally after even 2 years, 5 years, 7 years, lot of small changes is happening. It is
Okay.
not true with the, you can say, cloud applications. Cloud applications are changing very rapidly. Okay, whatever I was founding 1 year back, IAG, lot of things have been changed even today. Even I will say you that few things uh, like that for IPS or something, I have found that in last 6 months or 3 months change. So if I'm not going to, like, assume that I have not worked last 6 months, so even something is new for me. Okay. So that is the things and how it is rapidly. I'm not saying only about the IAG. Go to any other cloud application that is changing so rapidly. So they, any cloud applications are not releasing books like that now. So they are giving that help, SAP help documents. You can go and means you find that SAP help document, but with every release you will find a lot of differences. Okay, so that is the reason they are not giving now those type of documents, standard, very standard 300 or 500, but they are giving the help documents. Whatever changes coming, that they can come and directly change it here, right? And you can get direct sack. So as I have told that, you can find that few months back, Ariba was only one connection, and that was SAP Ariba. If someone is coming after 6 months, if you find okay, it's a new connection. Same is true with I think authentication service. Now they have created two connections, type of connections. As I have told that a few months back, lot of connection was showing direct connection. Even I have seen 3 months after new this one 2211, that is nothing but November 22. Okay, so this version have most of the direct integration have been removed. Okay, so I thought to show you some direct integration, and I means I get even surprised that okay, most of the direct integration already removed. Now all are coming via IPS. Still there are few system I can give you the example, but most of the name them have been removed. Okay, means like that is Ariba V1 is still coming, that same way they are giving some option still, like identity authentication and V2 and old one. So same way they are having. Okay, you can say SAP sales clause also coming in two versions, right? So these things are totally new. Okay, and I think it is coming with either 2011 or some last version. So if even we are going through the documents and sometimes we are not taking care of, means, right, right, we are not every times we are doing everything from all the documentation where we are required just go through that page and just come out, right? Every time we are not reading into in document, but if you are going to something, you can find some changes.
Yes, yes,
So for
yes.
cloud applications, you need to be updated. Very straightforward, I can tell you that. The things you have learned 1 year back may be outdated after 1 year. But yeah, heart of the things will be the same, I will say.
Yes, yes,
Most of the things will be the same, but yeah, little bit features you can find always changes. Or sometimes you find some bigger change as well. But yeah, heart of the things, like you can say application will work in the same thing. I mean, it will work, it will have the 5 features for the same, but yeah, some way to do will be changed, right?
right.
And certification wise, till last my discussion with SAP LND, they don't have any for SAP IEG, but I will check once I have any next connect with them.
Okay, thanks, Prakash.
Any other dot?
So Prakash, we can close for the day today. Okay, we'll start IPS from next session, as a lot of people are not available as we agreed in beginning.
Okay, thank you. Thank you all.
Yeah, thank you all.
Thanks, sir. Thank you all.
Thank you.